Hey guys, Shubham here back with another video. So today I'm gonna review one of my favorite ROM, which is the Corvus OS for the Poco X2. So I have reviewed many versions of this ROM in the past, but this one is special because they just launched it yesterday and it is Corvus 9.5 just for the Poco X2. I will give link to download this ROM in the description just in case if you want to download it. So as you can see, this interface looks similar to the Android 11 and you will see this search menu on the top, and as you can see it's really smooth because it's based on the Pixel UI and the 120Hz screen refresh rate. It is smoother than ever. So as you can see on the menu here, you will get ANX camera which is not working unfortunately, but they will able to fix this bug in the next version hopefully. But the regular Gcam works perfectly fine without any issues. Also you will get Gallery Go, files, and of course Google Play Store is included in this ROM. Unfortunately there are no Dolby Atmos. So as you can see, it is based on the Corvus version 9.5 which is the latest version. Anyways, let's look at the notification panel, and on the status bar here we will get some of the options for the battery saver. You will also get option to rec screencast. Also you can change the accuracy of the location here. Also you will get two screen recorder. Let me show you guys. So this one is the basic Corvus OS screen recorder. Here you can choose the basic menu, like if you want to record in the 60 fps or 30 fps. You can also turn on the show tabs, so it will tap. And also here's another screen recorder. As you can see, this is the main screen recorder and it has way too many features, like you can record in the 4K resolution. You'll get bitrate up to 24, and yeah, the number of frames is still 60 fps, so you can't record. You'll also get live display option, which it will automatically adjust the display color. As you can see right now it is night, so it's on the yellowish tint. So let me turn that off, and here you will get dedicated gaming mode. You can add any game you want here. I need to enable that on the settings. On the CPU info, you will see the CPU info on the top left, on the top right. So anyways, let's go to the settings, and first let's check out the notification settings. Here you will get some of the features like noisy notifications, so it will able to play sound and vibrate when the screen is on. Also you will get option for the edge lightning, so if you want to see that edge lightning, as you can see like on the One UI, you can change the color. Also you will get option for the notification light. So as you can see, here's the notification light. You will see whenever you get the notification. You will also get option for the charging animation, so whenever your phone is charging it will show the animation. On the Celsius, as you can see here, you can adjust the corner and stuff, and here you can change the cutout setting. So if you want to hide that notch, you can do that. As you can see, it's completely hiding the notch right now. And yeah, I prefer normal. Here you can change the animation like however you want. So as you can see, I usually prefer the default one, which is the smoothest one. So here you can also turn on the screen of animation. So let me turn off the screen. As you can see, it's pretty sick. It's pretty cool animation. I like the CRT one, but here's the scale, as you can see. Also here you will get gaming mode. Here you can turn on here and you can add any of the game you want. I'm gonna add Day Trigger 2. As you can see right now is enabled. So yeah, right now is enabled, so now I can able to play games in the gaming mode. You will also get option for the suspend apps. So you will also get option to disable the GPS. So if you don't want location to turn on, you can turn that off. You can also switch to the 3G if you want to. You will also get option to block certain sensors to save some battery. So whenever your battery is low, it will automatically block sensors. Here you will also get option to disable the device identifier, so no website can identify your device. So here you will also get option to launch the music app when the headset is connected. You will also get option for the pocket detection. You will also get option to swipe to screenshot. So let me do that. So as you can see, here you will also get option to double tap to sleep. So you just have to double tap on the status bar to sleep your phone. So now let's check out the lock screen items. Here you will get option to hide lock icon. You will also enable the visualizer if you want to see that visualizer on the lock screen. Here you can also turn on the fingerprint unlock after the reboot. So on the battery option, here you will get charging LED. So whenever your phone is charging, your LED will blink. And yeah, here you will also get option to auto enable the battery saver whenever the battery is low. So you can change the battery icon. I like the circle dotted. You can also add the battery percentage inside or the next to the icon. So on the status bar clock, here you can set whenever you want. I usually prefer on the right, but you can set it on the left. You can also change the AM/PM style. You can also auto hide the clock after certain times, so you won't able to see that clock on that screen. So on the icon manager, here you can change or disable the icon on the status bar. You will also get option to show notification for the icons. If you turn this on, here you will able to see the custom logo on the top. So on the quick settings, here you can change the option for the quick settings on the power bar. So here you can change the tiles settings. So if you want 4 tiles, you can do that as well. So yeah, you will also able to disable the auto brightness icon on the top. So here you won't able to see the auto brightness icon if you don't like that way. Just so much customization on this ROM. So here you can add the network activity, so you will able to see the network speed here. So on the buttons, here you will get option to kill app button. So on the, if you want volume panel on the left, here you can set that as well. You can also set the volume steps. So you'll also get option to music controller, so you can use long press volume button for to change certain songs. So you'll also get option for the volume cursor control, so you can use mouse cursor by using the volume key. Anyways, on the power menu, here you can choose advanced restart. So as you can see here, you will able to see some advanced menu. So yeah, these are the options. So let's look at the display setting. On the display setting, you will get option for the live display. Here you can choose the color profile however you want. If you want that HDR look, here you can choose that as well. I usually set it on the default. And here you can choose the display mode. As I said earlier, it will automatically adjust the color temperature based on your time. So for the night, I usually choose the lowest temperature, so it won't harm my eyes. So on the color calibration, you can set it manually here, as you can see. On the picture view, you can also adjust here as well. So here you can adjust the saturation, intensity and the contrast however you want. It will only work with the front camera. You can also wake on the plug, so whenever it will turn on the screen whenever you are connected to the power source. So on the battery, here you will get battery saver. As I said earlier, you will also get option for the adaptive battery, which will save the battery. You will also able to see the battery temperature. So as you can see, the gaming mode is turned on, and yeah, as you can see, the default frame rate are in the 120 fps. So let's yeah, as you can see, the game is really running smoothly on the 120 fps. So let's kill those zombies.
I see you here. Great. I've been stuck here for ages. Alright.
So yeah, as you can see, it's working perfectly fine. So that's enough gameplay. So now let me show you guys how to install this ROM. You don't need to download the G apps. So let's go to the recovery mode. So first wipe the data and the cache. It's optional, but if you can wipe your internal storage, make sure you first install the ROM. All you have to do is flash the ROM. So it will take few minutes. So yeah, once it's done, now go back, go to the mount the system and reboot to the system. So yeah, you should able to see this logo. As you can see, that means you install it successfully. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please leave a like, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.